Vi har suttit och pratat med våra Patreons jättelänge.
Yeah, man.
Det var jätteroligt.
It might have been the longest one. It's up there.
Ja.
But it was a good conversation that you could be a part of as well.
Jag kan verkligen rekommendera att bli Patreon.
Patreon.com/teachmesweden. Contribute as little as 10 crowns a month. And get a little extra stuff. Ad-free episodes.
Exakt, vi sjunger, vi dansar. Det finns inget vi inte gör.
Yeah.
Vi trollar.
This video, you can watch us in action.
Yes.
All of these things you can get on patreon.com/teachmesweden. Join us!
Sa jag att vi dansade?
Eric, would you stop dancing?
I can't!
I just came out dancing. What's that? Well, isn't there a dance?
Jo, det är någon.
I keep on dancing.
Oh, that's my jam, man.
Feel like dancing.
Yeah.
But my father-in-law used to like that. Rest in peace, Bosse. Passed away. All right, let's do it. First of all, I want to shout out our previous guest.
Really?
Skiff Masara for this one. Yes. If you haven't heard his appearance on this podcast, then check out episode number 41, The First Black Man in Sweden.
Just det.
It is hilarious.
Väldigt roligt.
And we get Eric rapping
Just det.
a poem to the princess in a way that only Teach Me Sweden can provide. So I highly recommend that. In 1966.
Ooh.
Yeah, not so long ago.
A recent story.
Yeah. Someone in the city of Gävle decided to design a giant version of the traditional Swedish straw goat.
Ooh.
You know these things, right?
Yeah. Det här kommer handla om Gävlebocken. Jag känner till Gävlebocken, men jag vet lite om den, men jag vet inte alls allt.
Okay.
Jag vet lite.
I thought you might. I heard it's really popular.
It's very spoken of. Jag antar att vi kommer in på det. Varför den är så omtalad, men jag kan inte ursprunget.
People believe the Yule goat to be an invisible spirit that would appear before Christmas to make sure that holiday preparations were done correctly. This is what it's all about. The goat eventually took on the role of a gift giver and was sometimes seen in place or alongside Santa Claus.
Just det.
We did talk about the Christmas history of Christmas last year, almost a year ago.
Jag tror att det till och med i vissa städer så var det en julebock istället för en jultomte som kom med presenter.
It's not known for sure definitely who it was that came up with the idea, but there are 3 main characters that are suspected. First is Stig Gavlen. I'm thinking it's mostly because of his name, but he was a marketer. The ultimate goal was reportedly to get publicity for the town center, for the market that they had. And then there's Harry Ström, a tradesman and the chairman of the Tradesmen's Association at the time.
I wasn't him. Just kidding.
And they were the people who made these decisions for the market and all that.
Okay.
And then there's a third person named Inga Arvarsson. Ivarsson, who lived in Hälsingland. Her family owned the ski and furniture factory.
Ski and furniture?
And years before, they had helped create the world's largest chair and the world's largest skis.
Oh, really? Vänta nu. Vad ska man ha det till? The world's largest skis?
I mean, there was a time...
There might be a giant coming along.
There was a time when like the world's biggest potato and stuff like getting in the Guinness book was like a thing.
Ja, men det förstår jag. Men det är väl inget svårt att göra stora skidor. Det är bara att göra dem.
Just make them.
Making a big potato, that takes skill.
Yes, I mean, and then decorating your house with it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't fit that potato in here.
In the window? Are you sure? You can't put that in the basement. There's a giant potato. A giant... What would they call? I forget what they called.
What? The Peruvian night treasures?
Peruvian night treasure. There's a giant Peruvian night treasure in the basement.
Help! There's a big Peruvian night treasure in the basement.
It's beautiful down there. How can they afford such beautiful decoration?
Shout out till potatisavsnitt.
Yes, man. Anyway, so because they had the giant skis and they had the giant chair, they're like, this is right in her wheelhouse.
Så det är väl säkert hon då?
That's what I think.
Det tror jag också.
And we've learned on this podcast that there's not a lot of times when women are given credit.
Exakt. Och jag menar, man kan ju se mönstret. Stol, skidor, bock. Det finns ju inget annat sätt att se det.
I just got hungry for goat cheese when you mentioned those. Stig Gavlén, however, definitely drew the first outline.
Okej, det vet man.
Of this large straw goat on a napkin at the Café Conditori Lido Söder.
Mm-hmm.
Then his brother Jörgen reached out to the local fire station and asked if they could help build this thing.
Mm-hmm. Så han frågade brandmän om att bygga upp den.
Yes.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony coming along.
And they said they could do it.
Okay.
And the cost would be roughly 10,000 crowns. Who's got 10,000 crowns? Harry Ström.
So, okay.
He's got 10,000 crowns, and he said he would finance this project.
Wow.
The Gävle goat would be 13 meters tall, 7 meters long, and weigh 3.6 tons.
Wow. Jävlar, 3,6 ton. Shit, bra.
And it would take an entire truck full of straw from the local village of Mackmyra to create this goat.
They make whiskey now.
Really?
Mackmyra. Mm.
Okay, nice. There would be 1,600 meters of rope used to hold it all together. And there would be 12,000 knots tied. I don't know who counted that. And he wrote all that on a napkin. Okay.
12,000 knots.
How many did you draw? 11,998, 99, 12,000 knots. How big was the napkin?
Eller hur? Eller hur? Well, det kanske var Inga och hennes familj som hade gjort the napkin. Så det var the world's biggest napkin.
Roll out the napkin. It fills the entire cafeteria.
Jag känner för att klottra lite. Inga Ivarsson!
Do you have a pencil?
Well, I can make you a pencil.
She comes down with this giant pencil. Are you hugging it? That's the only way to write with it.
Jag måste koncentrera mig, jag ska göra 12 000 knutar här.
You know how hard it is to draw a knot with a gigantic pencil?
Well, I'm gonna do it 12,000 times.
Is that the most knots drawn with a giant... Call Guinness! There were 56 5-meter straw mats formed the straw coat.
Okay.
1,200 meters of Swedish pine would create the wooden skeleton.
Okay.
Very flammable. 1,000. I know by now that you know the future of this. The fate of the goat.
Yeah.
But there's 1,000 man hours of work would be needed to build the Gävle goat.
Ooh.
Yes.
1,000
hours of work.
Oh.
The goat was erected in Castle Square in Gävle. This is where one could say this is where one could say the end. The goat was built successfully, but no.
Well, you could.
On New Year's Eve of 1966, someone burned down the giant Christmas goat.
Oh.
Harry Ström, luckily, had purchased insurance on it. So he got his money back.
So, did Harry had matches?
I thought that. Harry smelled of gasoline.
And collected the check.
They caught the person who burned it down.
Okay.
And he was charged and convicted of vandalism. They regrouped and decided, a silly person did that. It's been charged. Let's build it again, man. Let's do this again. And in 1967, they built the goat. And in 1968, they built it again. And both times it went without incident. And then they were like, they remembered this guy who did that. And they were like, 1969, let's put a gate around it. In 67 and 68, they put a gate around it as protection. In 69, they went a little further. And they put chicken wire netting to the inside of the goat for extra protection.
Okay.
And once the chicken wire was put up that year, on New Year's Eve, the goat was burned to the ground. In 1970, it was constructed again. They were like, you know what? They didn't figure out who did it this time. But
Varför gör de det igen? Och vad är det för grej? De har bara fått för sig, bara, nej, ska ha den igen.
We need to have this here.
Det är 1000 arbetstimmar. Vi måste ge dem jobb.
We have to pay these people. This is an economy now.
Eller hur?
The jävla goat economy. 1970, it was constructed again. It did burn down.
Yes.
When do you think it was burned to the ground?
1970. Jag tror det kan ha varit på nyårsafton.
No. It went up in 1970, and 6 hours later...
Oh my God!
It was burned to the ground. And then they were like, yo! What the fuck? So they talked to the local people, and the people crowdfunded a new one. They're like, we can't just have this thing. We didn't even make it to New Year's. We didn't have they rebuilt it. And the Southern merchants, who were the ones building it all the time, they were tired of shit. They said they're not gonna make it anymore. People keep burning this thing down. This is stupid. The Natural Science Club from the School of Vasa, they stepped in and they said they're gonna start building a miniature version. So now you're gonna get the big goat and you're gonna have the little goat. The first year was 1970, and that goat was smashed to pieces. The little goat was smashed to pieces.
Oh.
So now we've gone through I want to take you through every year.
Okay. I'm psyched about it.
Up until now. I'm going to take you through every year the fate of the Gävle goat.
Yeah.
The 1970 one we're talking about, the destruction was blamed on 2 teenagers.
Okay.
And then, as I said, they rebuilt it. 1971, it was smashed to pieces.
Det är inte lika kul.
No.
Det är bara,
the fire part is...
that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Men om man bara slår sönder den, that's just vandalism.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. You're better than that, youth.
1972, it was built up, and then it collapsed.
Nej, då behöver du inte slå sönder den.
No, imagine a person running up with the matches and the gasoline. Yeah. They finally get there and it's falling already. Yeah. God damn it.
Men det kanske också är att de är så här, ska vi inte bygga den ordentligt? What's the point?
They're gonna burn it down anyway. I got my 1,000 hours of man hours pay. In 1973, the goat was stolen by a man who placed it in his backyard.
Lätt att se. Väldigt lätt att upptäcka.
Yeah, and he was later sentenced to 2 years probation. 1974, burned down.
Yeah.
They don't know the exact date. 1975, collapsed again. But I think the fire just it just takes people's motivation away.
I guess, yeah.
1976, it did not get burned down. 1976.
Oh, really?
It was rammed in the hind legs by a Volvo Amazon.
Ja, klart.
And destroyed.
Men jag har också en så här, du vet, när min motivation tryter till att bygga en stor julbock, då kan man också välja att inte ens bygga skiten.
Yeah.
De bara, jag är inte motiverad. Vi bygger den ändå.
Let's build it poorly. 77, fire. 78, it says kicked. I don't know what they mean by that.
Någon gick förbi och sparkade till den. But it was fine.
Somebody kicked it.
But let's put it on record.
I gotta look at that, man. 1978.
Sparka på den.
It just says kicked to pieces.
Oj. Men det är fortfarande en väldigt stor 4 tons.
Maybe they used the foot of it.
Right. Kicked by its own foot.
In 1979, as we say, it's 1,000 man hours. So that's not one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was burned down mid-construction
Nej!
in 1979. A second goat was constructed and finished that year, but was later destroyed and broken into pieces. So they burned down the first one before it was done, and then they tore up the second one. 1980, it made it to Christmas Eve, and then it was burned down.
Yeah.
1981,
Year of the Broström.
Year of the Broström was a lucky year.
Nej!
It survived.
Titta! I feel good.
82, the Year of the Rollins.
Yeah.
Fire, burned down. 13th of December.
Okay.
Fucking
Lucia.
Yeah. In 83, it kind of survived, but the legs were destroyed. So maybe it just dropped there. It's just like a torso.
Aww.
And head. Yeah, it sucks. 84, 12th of December, burned down. In 85, they enclosed it by a 2-meter high metal fence. And it was guarded by Securitas.
But
And soldiers from
What?
From the 14th Infantry Regiment.
holy shit!
Yeah, so
85 ville de verkligen att den skulle klara sig.
and that's also the year that they were like entered into the Guinness Book of World Records.
För att...
The biggest
Okej.
Yule book.
Okej.
It was burned down in January.
Yeah.
But it did make it into the Guinness Book before that.
Okej.
1986, the Southern Merchants came back, and they were like, you know what? We'll build it. Now it's got some attention. It's got the Guinness behind it. They're like, yeah, we got it now. Yeah, of course, they want to get on. And December 23rd, it was burned down.
Yeah.
And it was now that the Southern Merchants will build the big one, and then the school will build the little one.
Okej.
I'm sorry about that. The School of Asa. In 1987, they decided that they were going to fireproof it, put flame retardant on it,
Yeah.
to make sure that it can't be burned down. And they said that this is not, you can't burn it down anymore.
Yeah.
And it was burned down.
Yeah.
1988, they introduced the betting props.
Okej.
So you could go out and bet on the date that it's going to get burned down. And bookmakers made it.
Yeah.
You can bet on it.
Yeah.
And it made it all the way through that year.
Dang.
Yeah, 1988.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when the bookies got a mix in it.
They probably were like, nobody do it. We're going to... People probably trying to...
Where are you going with those matches?
Wait a minute. The odds have changed so much for it's going to survive.
Står massa vad heter bookkeepers på bookmakers? Vad fan heter det?
I don't know.
På svenska? Nej.
I don't know.
Vadslags arrangörer.
That sounds regal. 1989, we're in the almost out of the 80s. It was burned down prior to assembly again. Like they just...
Det är inte lika kul.
No.
Jag har en preferens på när den ska brinna och det är fan inte när den inte är klar. Den måste få stå några timmar i alla fall.
But the good thing about Gävle is that they can crowdfund and get it rebuilt.
Yeah.
And they did that again.
Okay.
And it was burned down in January. In March of 1990, like right after the January burning, another goat was built.
Va? I mars?
Yeah, and it was for the Swedish movie Blackjack.
Okay.
And then isn't there a dance band group that's in there too? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They've made the song, I think.
Okay.
The music for the film.
Right. Yeah. I read that I did a Blackjack reaction.
Yeah.
1990, the goat was guarded by volunteers.
Jaha.
Guarded the goat. And it survived.
Huh.
I feel like a bribe could have made it through.
Eller hur?
In 1991, the goat was joined by an advertising sled. Look at that. They're raising some money now.
Oh.
But it was illegally built.
Nej.
And then it was later rebuilt to be taken to Stockholm as part of a protest campaign against the closing of the infantry regiment, the ones that protected them before. So they had so they're using the goat now politically. You know, and this thing is really...
Yeah. Men man kanske också stänger ner regementet för att det enda de hade att göra var att vakta en...
We are wasting money. Why don't y'all crowdfund their pay, huh? See how much you care about it then. Crowdfund that shit.
Get your goat guarding regiment.
Exactly. How can you get rid of the 14th regiment? Who's gonna go? It's like y'all did it last year. It was burned down on 24th of December.
Of course.
Christmas Eve.
Nästan bäst.
Christmas Eve. In 1992, both the Natural Science Club, the little one, and the Southern Merchants, Big Goat, were burned down on the same night, on the 20th of December.
Snyggt.
No. 8 days after construction. And then on the 20th of December, they burnt down the one that was rebuilt. They only rebuilt the big one.
Yeah.
And then they burned that down on the 20th of December.
Okay.
The person who did that one was caught and sent to jail.
Oh, nu börjar det bli hårda straff.
Yeah.
Aj.
And then there was a committee called the Goat Committee.
Nej.
That was formed. What country you think we're talking about?
Ja, Bockkommittén. Välkomna till Bockkommittén.
1993, they introduced taxis into the protection.
Taxibilar?
Mm-hmm. And the Swedish Home Guard.
Ja, hemvärnet. Ja, just det.
So I guess that's like the National Guard?
Yeah, basically.
And it survived. And the goat was featured in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Igen?
Mm-hmm. And this one was measured at 14.9 meters tall. So it's bigger than the last one. So that's why.
Yeah.
So that one survived. It seems like whenever they get international...
Ja, eller hur? Men vilket tråkigt världsrekord. Kommer du ihåg att vi hade en box som var 14,4 meter hög? Ja. Nu är den 14,9. Skriver ni in det? Det är ändå nästan en halv meter längre.
And the Guinness people are like, so you mean to tell me that I have to go to Sweden in December?
Yeah.
Can y'all do something for Midsummer Storm? Where's the biggest Midsummer Storm?
Eller where the sun shines all day.
Exactly. You gotta make me come now.
Borde inte de ha kommit in i Guinness rekordbok vid det här laget för att ha återupprepande eldsvådor i en rondell?
Exactly.
Det känns som att ni har någonting här.
Yeah, exactly.
Lean into it, man.
Lean in. But no, they want to keep building 1,000 man hours of goat.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But it survived 93. In 94, it survived. And it followed the Swedish national hockey team to Italy for the World Championship of Hockey.
Do you have anything to declare?
Well, I got this goat. Oh, you cannot have livestock. No. It's made of straw.
It got 12,000 knots. It's very safe.
Can you write that down? Can you write that down?
It's inflammable.
What's that smell? Flame retardant. What'd you call me? 1995. Christmas Day burned down. A Norwegian was arrested for attempting to burn down the goat.
Jag är säker på att det var norrmän hela tiden.
And then it was rebuilt for the 550th anniversary of Gävlebocken County, and that one survived. Then 1996 introduced webcams.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Really?
Imagine the quality of that.
Oh.
Probably pixelated than a motherfucker. But it was enough to scare people off. Nobody tried to burn it down.
Vi kan inte gå dit. Den visar 3 bilder i timmen.
So now we got one time in the last 4 years that it was burned down. So we got 3 out of 4 that it survived.
Jag trodde det var mycket färre. Jag trodde typ... okej.
I know, right?
Ja. Jag trodde den hade brunnit alla år förutom typ 3 eller något.
You thought that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you thought the other way around.
No.
Burned a few times.
No, I thought it burned every time.
No, it keeps surviving some of these years.
I'm bummed out.
1990, I think it was total of 38 times out of 53 years, something like that.
Okay, shit.
1995, No, we did that one. 1997 now, because we got the webcams are now there. 1997 survived again.
Huh.
But this time with damage. Somebody tried to use fireworks to burn it down.
Oh, creative.
And then they couldn't, or somebody was just hapless. These hapless criminals that tried, they couldn't even get the mini goat down.
Nämen.
Yeah, that one survived too.
Åtminstone minibocken, tycker jag.
I know, right? Come on, guys, step it up. 98 burned down during a major blizzard on December 11th.
Wow.
Yeah. And it got rebuilt and that one survived. 1999, the Southern Merchant's goat was built and was burned down within hours. And then the little one was burned down as well.
Yeah.
In 1999. 2000, now we're in the new millennium.
Yeah.
The Southern Merchant's goat was burned.
Yeah.
And the natural side, the mini goat, was thrown into the river. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I didn't get the dimensions of the mini goat.
Okay.
So I wonder how heavy, like, how did they get it out? To me, it's just all very interesting. The 2001, there's a guy from Cleveland, Ohio.
Nej?
Who was told by his Swedish friends that there's a competition.
Ja! De lurar honom, eller hur?
They said there's a competition who can burn it down first.
Ja, just
and he went there and he burned down the goat. And then all the fire people and all the people came and he was like, I won! I did it! Of course it's an American from Cleveland. I did it, y'all! Where's my prize?
Fatta vad roligt. Åh, vad taskigt.
And you know the police probably were like, oh, he's American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hello, you are going to jail.
Congratulations, but now we have to put you away.
Yes, and they did.
Yeah.
He was arrested.
Death penalty?
He burned down the... he's still in häktet right now. No.
Yeah. Vänta på sin dag i rätten.
He burned down both. His Swedish friends were like, okay, we're joking. So they bailed him out.
Oh, okay.
He left Sweden before trial.
Smart.
Yeah, and he said he's never come back. I think that alone could be a movie.
Yeah.
But this goat could be a movie. Like, as I was reading all this stuff, I was like, come on, man.
Underbart.
2002, the goat was guarded by Swedish radio and TV personality Gert Fylking.
Oh, Gert Fylking. Okay, yeah.
And they didn't burn it down.
Snyggt.
A 22-year-old from Stockholm tried, but failed.
Well, 22-year-olds from Stockholm always fail.
Yeah. It's a Stockholm thing to do.
Yeah.
So the goat, goat's on art. 2003, December 11th, burned down.
Yeah.
2004, burned down December 21st.
Here we go.
2005, burned down December 3rd.
Yeah.
That's really early in it, too. And the person who burned it down in 2005 dressed as Santa.
Yes.
And the gingerbread man.
Oh.
And he burned it down.
Var han utklädd till två saker samtidigt?
That's what it says. Oh, no. There was two people.
Det var två, okay.
One was Santa, one was a gingerbread man.
Yeah, okay.
And they burned it down by shooting a flaming arrow.
Snyggt. Du ser, nu börjar de bli kreativa. Det är det här som är det roliga.
Yeah. And there was a show called Most Wanted, Efterlyst. Okay.
Yeah.
And so they were featured on that show.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
06 survived. 07 survived. 08 burned down.
Yeah.
On December 27th. 10,000 people turned out for the inauguration of one of the goats. No backup goat was built to replace the one should the worst happen. So they were building a backup ahead of time. All right, we'll just will this out whenever. And they didn't even do flame retardant on this one either.
No.
And then the 16th of December, which is Beethoven's or Mozart's birthday.
What? Vad händer nu? Hur vet du det?
I just know that. It's just a random thought. It's also Zara Larsson's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just know random birthdays.
You just got facts in your brain.
Yeah, I was auditioning for Jeopardy.
Okay.
On December 16th, the Natural Science Club goat was vandalized and later removed. And then on the 26th, they tried to burn down, this is 2008, they tried to burn down the big goat, but passers-by extinguished it.
Huh.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I wonder if at that time of year everybody has a fire extinguisher on them.
Förmodligen. Hörni, bocken brinner!
Just always ready. But then the next day, somebody else burned it down, like finished the job.
Okay.
The 23rd of 2009 burned down. Somebody tried on December 7th, and then somebody also threw the little one in the river December 11th, and then tried again that night to burn it down. Unsuccessful. Then on the 23rd, set it on fire finally. Yeah. And there were 2 online webcams that were put out of service that year by a hacker.
Jävlar.
Just before the burning.
Yeah. This is a Mission Impossible.
Dun, 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 dun. Take out the. Have you taken them out? Have you taken the cameras out? Webcams out. In, go. I can't pick it up. How far's the river? 2010, it survived. People tried to burn it down, but it didn't work, and it made it through. And 2011, they sprayed it with water because it was cold enough for an ice protection.
Oh, really?
And they were like, and this is their new idea. Let's spray it with water, protect it as ice, and then...
Förutsatt att det är minusgrader då.
Right.
Det är inte alltid, jag vet inte, Gävle kanske alltid har minusgrader för sig. Jag vet inte.
But then the weather warmed up and the protective ice melted, and then it was burned down on December 2nd. December 12th of 2012, burned down. 2013, soaked in flame retardant, burned down on December 21st. 2014, there were at least 3 arson attempts made. This natural science goat got collapsed, but the goat survived.
Okay.
2014. 2015, it was burned down on December 27th. A 26-year-old man fleeing the scene with a singed face, smelling of gasoline, and holding a lighter in his hand was arrested.
Yeah.
He was acquitted later. No, I'm just kidding. Under questioning, he admitted to committing the offense, adding that he was drunk at the time and it was an extremely bad idea.
Oh.
I'm sure that's everybody's excuse. He got probation and 6,000 crown fine and 80,000 crowns in damages.
Ooh.
So, to me, that should have been the last time. When I heard about that, I'd be like, oh, whoop, not worth it. This little prank.
Yeah.
November 27th of 2016, burned down.
Yeah.
The exact next year. This person had petrol, and it was... and you heard the date, November 27th?
Yeah.
It was the inauguration day just after its 50th birthday party.
Oh.
People are assholes, man.
But he got to live to see it.
And the organizer said they're not rebuilding. Got to live to see it. And he's, it's hot. Somebody help. The webcams are down.
Tom Cruise?
It was what are you doing on the rope? Where are you sliding down from? Help me. Get some water. There was a 21-year-old that did it. It seems like that's a recurring thing. Very young man.
Yeah.
It was sentenced to probation.
I want an old lady.
And he had to pay 100,000 in damages.
Oh, jävlar.
Mm-hmm. The evidence that he got convicted on was a hat that he dropped while running away. It's like a movie, man. The police DNA matched it with him. And he was a local from Gävle. What an asshole.
Yeah.
You're going to do it locally?
Yeah.
And then they just used the Science Club goat that was built by high school students to replace it.
Okay.
And that goat was hit by a car.
Yes.
I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Then 2017, survived. Nobody even attempted to take it down. 100,000. I think that's part of it.
Maybe, yeah.
2018, they added fencing, cameras, guards, taxi rank in order to increase people nearby. Survived. They attempted to burn it, the little one on the 15th. Minor damage, but it survived. 19, double fence, 24-hour surveillance, 2 guard patrols, 24 hours a day with a K9 unit.
Oh, shit.
Burned out. No, I'm just kidding. It survived.
It survived.
It survived in 2019. Now, what happened at the end of 2019? COVID. Still, guards in 2020, double fence, 24-hour, and then a public webcam feed survived. During the pandemic, you had the spacing and all that stuff, so you weren't even allowed to gather around it like they normally did for the celebration or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think people were like, not this year.
Yeah.
So now we got, what's that? This was the first time ever in its existence that it survived for 4 years.
Wow.
And this is 2020. And it came out in 66.
Yeah.
2021, we're going on 5 years now. Burned down.
Yeah, back to tradition.
First they got the Science Club one in December 12th. And then they got the December 17th. They knocked it out last year. It was a 40-year-old man arrested.
What?
A 40-year-old man was arrested for last year's. A 4-year-old man.
That's not a man.
I just wanted to burn something down. I like fire, and I like horses. I thought it was a big horse, and they told me it's a goat, so I really made a really big mistake. My dad gave me this later.
I don't know why he's from the south.
Well, I was traveling.
It's a little old me.
I'm just from Alabama. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here, but I got these matches, and I thought, what a wonderful recreational hobby to watch this goat burn.
Exactly. He got 6 months in prison.
Yeah, oh shit.
Ordered to pay $109,000 in damages.
Wow, vad är det förra året? 2021?
Yeah, last year.
Wow! 6 månader i fängelse. Vad sitter du inne för? Råna bank. Ja, okej. Vad sitter du inne för? Mördade min fru. Vad sitter du inne för? I'd rather not say.
You ever heard of the Gävle goat?
And everyone just
burned to death. He's trying to sound tough.
And the prison just gets silenced. And, well, looks like we got ourselves a goat burner. Why don't you step into the shower?
Yeah, all of the pedophiles are like, oh yeah, it's the worst type of person in the world.
You make me sick.
You disgusting piece of shit. What has the goat done to you?
I wish I could have told you the goat burner fenced off the pedophiles that night.
But he did not. He was raped over and over by all of the pedophiles. One thing you don't do in prison is admit to burning down the goat. Andy? We watched him get raped while drinking beers on the top of a roof. Thanks to Andy.
This
fucking goat burner.
Det blev så mörkt.
All right, and now it's 2022.
Den är uppe, va?
It's 24-hour real-time public webcam feed.
Okay.
Right now.
Men den är uppe fortfarande, va?
You want to check the webcam feed?
Yes.
Because we could do a live check
yes.
of the webcam feed to see the Gävlebocken.
If it is in flames right now.
Gävlebocken webcam.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Is this... Wow. I haven't even tried to look at this. So this might take a minute, and I'll edit around it to make it as... Yeah, look.
Oh, shit.
Holy crap. That was quick. I didn't have to edit anything.
Wow.
It must be some raindrops on the camera, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Or no, maybe they blur.
Fan, vilken cool kamera. Den blurrar bilarna i realtid.
Wow. It looks nice too, man.
Mm-hmm. Den är fin.
Have you seen it before in person?
I've seen it. I've never seen it. I burned it down once. No, I'm just kidding.
Was it you that burned down? I'm going to...
Nej, men jag har aldrig varit där. Jag har sett den på bild, men jag har aldrig varit där. Så.
Wow, I hadn't seen it. Like I saw only the image and my research, but seeing it live like that with everything going around, it's kind of a big.
Yeah,
it's wow.
You should watch it in flames. It's beautiful.
That goat is burning. All right, that was it, man. That was I thought it's such a fun story, like but it's an interesting thing that they had this, and then the first year they built it, somebody was like, I'm gonna burn this down.
Jag har en teori. Det var brandmän som byggde upp den.
Okay.
Och sen så var det typ någon som bara, Arne eller något så här. Bara, men kan jag få följa med? De bara, nej, jag har sagt att du inte får... Du får inte bli brandman. Du får inte hjälpa oss bygga den här. Du tycker ju om när saker brinner. Han bara, men jag vill bli brandman. Nej, du vill elda upp saker. Han bara, jag ska få se när jag saker. Jag tror det var någon som inte fick bli brandman som startade det.
Okay, I like that theory.
Jag är kluven till den här bocken för jag tycker att det är lite kul. Det är en tradition. Eller jag tror att det var ännu mer tradition. Jag tror att den brann varje år. Nu är jag lite kluven. Ska den få stå eller ska den brinna?
People are getting big fines and stuff, man. It's not like they just burn it down and like, oh well, you know, they get burning down.
Och nu när man ser vart den står, jag tänkte att den stod ganska off, men den står ju faktiskt inne i stan.
In the town center.
Ja. Nej, då tycker jag... Nej, men då kan jag stå för det här. Jag tycker inte den ska få brinna. Jag tycker jag ska få vara kvar.
I think so too, man. Especially if it's like just a pile of ashes later.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
Däremot så kunde de göra en tradition av att bränna ner den när den ska ner. Det hade kunnat vara
what they do is they disassemble it and put it in a holding place, and then
Oh, really?
Yes, and then they bring it back the next year. I mean, from what I read, they disassemble it.
What is it, magic hay? Det måste väl ruttna någon gång?
Yeah, good point. Maybe they put preservative stuff on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't. I guess I didn't research enough. Thanks for calling me out here.
Jag visste att jag skulle sätta dit det på något sätt.
I thought it'd be cool to go through all of the fate of each year.
Mycket kul. Jätteroligt. Och vad passande. Vi ho på dig.
Exactly, that too. It was like cool. So thanks, Giff. This was fun. And he asked the question that we ask a lot on here. How is this not... Something should have been made about this. A Christmas movie.
Yes. Det tycker jag verkligen. Särskilt med den där amerikanen. Det är jättekul. Här är en julkomedi. Alla gånger.
Like some dad who really wants to burn it down, and at the end he realizes it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
How much? What was the fine?
Sure, if Robert Zemeckis is making it.
I don't know, something like that. Or maybe somebody who's some kid who loves it, and then it keeps getting burned down, and he's gonna catch them. He knows of the plan to burn it down, like Home Alone.
Okay.
When he knows they want to rob the Christmas. Well, I was just spitballing here.
Yeah, it's good. I would like one where the julbock is the narration.
in Morgan Freeman's voice. I'm standing in the city center of Gävle, and I hope not to be burned down this year.
It doesn't have to be a movie where he narrates in real time.
There was a little boy who wanted to protect the Gävlebocken.
I would see that movie.
I would too, man. Well, thank y'all for checking out this episode of Teach Me Sweden. This was really fun. And if you want to send us suggestions, send it to teachmesweden@gmail.com.
Yeah.
If you want me to read it, then write in English. If you want Eric, then write in Swedish. And you can support us, Teach Me Sweden. Patreon.com/teachmesweden.
Yeah.
For as little as 10 crowns a month, you get free, ad-free episodes and stuff like that. So
jag har systerdöttrar. De måste få julklappar. Kom igen nu.
Exactly. But thanks so much, Ben Jonathan Rollins.
Och Erik Broström.
Teaching you Sweden. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Fred.